Namaskar, welcome to Antaryatra, a journey within. In this series, we explore the life stories of transformation, awareness, and spiritual wisdom. With each episode, we come closer to understanding how knowledge, inner experiences, and spiritual wisdom shape a human life. Hi, I'm Ritisha, and I'm going to introduce our special guest to you today. But before that, I must tell you, it is such a special episode because we have with us someone special who has dedicated his life to inspiring so many youngsters and old as well uh, with his knowledge, service, and dedication to bringing human values and wellness into everyone's lives. He is not just a spiritual teacher, but also a high court advocate who has established his own firms as well. So you can imagine having such a busy life and still dedicating that time and effort to bring about this change in society. It is going to be so special, and he's been associated with this work for last 20 years. So let us know more about him from him. It is going to be so special. As I already said, he has inspired so many youngsters who are his followers and other people of all age groups, I must say. So please join me in welcoming our very own, very special, beloved Himanshu Nagarkar ji. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Ratisha.
Yeah, as I said, you're so busy and people may not know it. That's why I had to mention that you have given us this time and it means a lot to us.
No, it's absolutely my pleasure. I mean, she's being very humble about it, but I must congratulate Ritisha that this is a very good initiative. Topics like these, making podcasts of these topics is highly, highly inspirational for the youngsters. And I think since last 5-6 years, youngsters look forward to these podcasts.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much. And thanks to you actually for the work you've been doing. And we have seen a lot of them have so many questions, but they don't know what is the right direction and how to balance it with their careers and studies especially. And you are doing that job. It's so incredible. can't stop appreciating you for that.
Thank you.
But let us go further. But before I ask you questions about you and we get to know you more, I would like to ask you, how would you define Antaryatra?
See, I'll tell you something. Each one of us, whatever we do, you may be into some spiritual organization, you may be into business, you may be into job, you may be a homemaker, you may be a student. Each one of us, we do anything and everything only for one thing, Ritisha, and that's happiness.
Yes.
Do you realize this?
Yes, absolutely.
Like a homemaker wants to keep her home spick and span. Why? Because she wants to be happy and make everyone happy. A doctor does his job, earns money. Ultimately, that money somewhere will give him happiness is what he thinks.
Yes.
A footballer, a cricketer, anybody does anything for their happiness.
Absolutely.
And you know something? Happiness is actually our inner core. You are born with 3 elements: peace, love, and happiness. So for me, the Antaryatra is not something that we take, it is a happening. Okay. Right now also when we are interacting, there is something inside you that is getting kindled. There is something inside me that is getting kindled, and that's why we are having a conversation.
Wow.
Now, when we have awareness towards this inner journey, the Antaryatra, that awareness is something which is the start of the spiritual world. So, the Antaryatra everybody does. The spiritual people are little cool. They do it with little bit of more awareness.
Okay. All right. That was amazing. I mean, this is what is needed. I was saying that when I am not connected to people who do all this meditation and all, they always say, why do we do this? And how you explain is so simple and relatable. That's amazing. I'm sure everyone...
No, in fact, I'll tell you something. There is nobody on the planet who has not meditated. Nobody.
Okay.
I'll tell you how, when I say this, there's a reason when I say this. The first 9 months when the baby is in mother's womb, what is he doing?
Yeah, okay.
Is he sleeping? No. Is he doing any activity? No. Is he interacting? No. What is he doing? The baby, most of the times in the mother's womb, is in the state of meditation or is asleep.
Wow.
So, the start to the world of any human being is the 9 months being into that state of meditation, Ritisha. So, honestly speaking, nobody can really say that, okay, I have been not
Not
meditating.
meditating, yeah.
It is just that, there are some people like you and me who are a little cooler. We realize ki why just the 9 months inside, why not even outside?
Yeah.
So the meditation is the way to connect the outside with the inside.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, so that was so amazing and so easily understandable. But we would like to know more about that. Of course, the series name is Antaryatra. But first, we would like to know about you. Because people would like to know you, how your life got transformed and how you chose this. So I even had few questions. Let's see if we are going to go with this or yeah. So we were planning to ask you about your childhood and your upbringing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so I come from the family of lawyers.
Okay.
My grandfather was a lawyer. My mom and dad are lawyers. I myself, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
Jokingly, I say my wife is a judge, but it's a joke. Since the entire childhood, I don't have any siblings. My
Okay.
mom and dad were extremely busy, very caught up with their setup of legal practice. And as you know, lawyers, they don't have much time for the disposal. There's a lot of things that they have to do.
Yeah.
So, fortunately for me, unfortunately for others, I had a lot of free time at hand.
Okay.
Fell into bad company.
Oh.
Ended up lot into addictions. Now today I can proudly say that because I have come out of it since last 20 years.
Wow.
It came to a point, Ritisha, where instead of me wanting to get into addictions were getting over me.
Yeah.
I would smoke 40 cigarettes a day.
Wow.
I would drink at least 4 to 5 times a week. I had my entire friend circle who was completely into addictions. Now, for the sanity of my viewers, I will not tell you a lot of things that that would
They're very
happen.
smart.
But I was completely gone. Like बोलते हैं ना,
Yeah.
gone case. There are some kids, the parents say कि उसकी तरफ अगर तू गया ना तो तेरे टांगे तोड़ दूंगी. तो उसकी तरफ मैं वो था.
Oh.
So the other parents would tell their kids not to go to me because I was that kind of a brat.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then my mom forced me into the Art of Living program. That time it used to be called as a Yes Plus program, Youth Empowerment and Skills Workshop.
Okay. Okay.
Now, Ritisha, honestly speaking, I just did not want it to get into it because
Yeah.
you can imagine that
Absolutely.
life and
Yeah.
this life.
Yeah.
But mom gave me two options. Ek to you do the Art of Living course, or this would be the last day you will see me. You know, moms are all filmy, Karan Johar and. So I said, yeah, she's been behind my life for 4 years to do the Art of Living workshop. So I simply landed up. I thought where Art of Living teachers will, take care of a brat like me. They'll just get out of this place, man. So I started doing all the masti in the course. I used to just disturb the teacher.
Oh.
But then Art of Living teachers are a little more skillful and intellectual. I say because I myself am one.
Yeah.
So what he did was, instead of making me sit behind, he made me sit right in front. So now I had no other choice. I had to attend the course.
Yeah.
It was 5th April 2006, Ritisha. I still
Okay.
remember. The time was 7:30.
Wow.
When the teacher told that let's do something which is called as a Sudarshan Kriya.
Okay.
I'll tell you something. I did that. My ego didn't accept that I can feel so nice. Why? Because I had come to the course reluctantly, right?
Yeah.
You go to a hotel which you do not like, you would not want to eat food, right? You have a fight with someone and that person is sitting right next to you, you would not want to talk. So I also was very reluctant in talking. But then soon I realized that the perception, they fool you. The perceptions are absolutely an illusion. The reality is something else. Guys, I'll tell you something. I did that Kriya. Now, a lot of things I can't tell because a lot of my friends watching right now have not yet done it. And I wish that you guys do it ASAP. And that is the day, and today is the day. It's been 20 years. You do the math into 365. I have not missed a single day where I have not done the Sudarshan Kriya, the meditation bit.
Wow.
And it was the 5th day of the course. Let me be very honest. First 4 days, I did not leave my addictions.
Okay.
5th day of the course, I said nothing it. Like, I will just give up. There is no intelligence in doing this. And Ritisha, I myself am a national mountaineer. I do a lot of trekking. I am a graduate from the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. I have a lot of expeditions to my name. In the year 2020, I went to a Somoriri lake where even the army men in month of Jan, they are hesitant in going. I went there. I did the ice skating on the entire frozen lake called as Somoriri.
Okay.
I have proudly I can say that I'm an established lawyer at the Bombay High Court. I have a lot of Fortune 500 companies as my client.
Yeah.
I'm a good father, hopefully so. You should ask my kids. I have 2 children. The one is 9 and one is 5 years old.
Yeah.
And I can say that the entire credit to all these things goes to the Sudarshan Kriya.
Okay.
Entire credit. Because what happens is when you are into this particular technique things, it can really blossom you. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
Now, second thing, I am going to ask you a question.
Okay.
You want to go to some unknown place.
Okay.
Yeah, suppose you want to go to Pune airport.
Yeah.
How will you go there? What is the first thing? You will sit in the car, and what's the first thing you will do?
I will ask the driver to take me there.
Correct? You will either ask the driver
Yeah.
or you will put the Google Maps.
Yeah, if
Yes.
I'm driving, yes.
If you are driving a
Yes.
Google Map, if it's a driver, there is somebody whom you will ask.
Yes.
Now the Google Maps, when you put the Google Maps on, you can aram se sit in the car.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep worrying, right? Whether I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Where am I going? This Google Map for me at age of 17 was my guru.
Okay.
I had no idea where I'm going, what am I doing, where is the Pune airport, no idea at all.
Yeah.
In fact, you at least know, okay, you want to head to Pune airport. I didn't even know my destination.
Yes.
But then when Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji came in my life, that was the time when I just sat in the back seat and I said, okay, this is yours. You drive me where you want to drive me. My only journey will be inside now. And it's been 20 years. You are talking about the Antaryatra.
Yes.
I have been experiencing this, that how a guru can really just guide you. You know, you don't really need to keep asking people, oh, Pune airport kahan pe hai? You switch it on, you just relax, and that's the best way to go about it.
That was so amazing and I'm sure very inspiring, because now people can believe that they can be transformed like this. You were a completely different, opposite person.
Absolutely.
And would you describe that getting into, if I can say, substance abuse or any kind of addiction as something which lacks complete discipline within a person?
I'll tell you something, it is purely ignorance. See, I'll tell you, the mind, it wants a channel.
Yeah.
It wants something that can A, keep it occupied, B, keep it interested, and C, make him into some activity or the other. Are you getting this?
Yes.
People into addictions, A, have a lot of free time. They don't know where to channelize, or they are so busy that they don't know how to relax.
Okay.
So the mind's tendency is to catch hold of something that can give you a illusionary pleasure. Addictions, I call it as an illusionary pleasure coming out of ignorance.
Yes. Yes.
Now for me, unfortunately at age of 12, I smoked my first cigarette. And it was not out of illusion or the lack of energy, because I was a football player, I was everything. It was purely out of bad company what I was into. You see this? Now, when I got meditation, I got a better channel to channelize my energy.
Yes.
It's not that I was not intellect, but a BMW car has a lot of dust in it, you can't drive.
Yes.
Similarly, the intellect inside me has a lot of addictions to it, you can't get it out.
Okay.
this art of living platform gave me a chance to get the intellect out, to get my energy out, to get my skills out. So
Yes.
naturally, I did not need any kind of substance with me.
Wow.
It is as simple
Yeah.
as that.
Yes.
And I'll tell you something, it is not difficult at all. I'm genuinely telling you,
Yes.
if a person like me can give up addictions in 5 days, because at that time, trust me, Ritisha, I had a very weak mind.
Yes.
I didn't have a very strong mind. You know, there were things that would easily influence me.
Okay.
So if a person like me can give addictions in like 5 days, anybody on the planet Earth can do it. Trust me on that.
Amazing. And this is exactly how people would like to know how meditation can transform their lives. So, the way you explained it, that intellect, the function of intellect, how you're not using it right, or how it is not come out and all, this is very, very valuable. Yeah, lovely. I'm loving this. We're getting to know so much from you. And now we'll talk about, as you were saying, that Guru has transformed your life, but you said you were born in the family of lawyers. So, do you think your career choices was influenced by your family?
Actually, I'll tell you something. I was a computer freak. I used to play a game called as Counter-Strike and Age of Empires. I don't know if you know those games, but 10, 12 hours in a day, I would be playing those computer games.
Okay.
Apart from playing the games, I was totally a computer freak. I would know the internals of the computer, the software. When I was in my 12th standard, the computer lab assistant would take my help.
Okay.
Everybody thought that I would be a computer engineer.
Okay.
Everybody. Because at that time, in the 2002, 2003, being a computer engineer was a big deal. But then there was something inside me, Ritisha, which said that I don't think so. I am a 9 to 5 job kind of a guy. Not that it's bad. I don't want to label that it's bad. But I did not have that thing in me that I would sit in front of the computer. I was more outspoken, outgoing.
Okay.
And especially when I started meditating. See what happens, I'll tell you something. You're talking about the inner journey. Guys, Antaryatra.
Yeah.
The most important aspect for the inner journey, the Antaryatra, is the gut feeling.
Okay.
Is the intuition. When you meditate, the intuition, you start relying on it, believing in it. If you don't meditate, you feel that intuition is an illusion. Now, when I started meditating, that gut feeling said ki nahi yaar, you do get into something which can really enhance your skills, really enhance your communication. And therefore, I thought being a lawyer is a good idea.
Okay.
So all the attributes, with all due respect to my entire family, they were against me getting into law because they thought that being a computer software engineer would be better.
Okay.
But then my gut feeling said no. I want to get into a profession which has talking to it, speaking to it. Therefore, I'm into law. And I'm so proud to tell this that, because of all these things that I've been doing, one of the youngest lawyers to argue in front of the Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court is sitting in front of you with all the humbleness and due respect.
No, it's good. I know I asked you to just keep adding whatever you have done because we want the viewers to know what you stand for. It's not, so guys, he's very humble. We all know that, but I forced him that we have to know you more so that people can relate to that. And actually that was going to be my next question, but you already answered it. This is exactly how a lot of people would like to know about your career choices, which I have seen in the world. People have so many concepts about I'm born in a wrong family. For example, a lot of people might connect that you chose this career because you had all the help. And sometimes people feel we are not privileged and they try to find excuses like that. Absolutely. But how beautifully you said that you connected it directly to your own inner gifts. And that's how you chose your profession. So the profession got chosen and you would still say that it happened because everything got aligned?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, Ritisha, I come from the generation of iPod. You know what iPod is?
Yeah, of course I know.
No. iPod is inner peace and outer dynamism.
Oh.
Yeah. So, if I have to be dynamic outside, there has to be inner peace.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I have gone into some trouble at home, I am all, lost my peaceful state of mind, if there's a lot of conflicts going inside me, I can't go to the court and argue well. If I have to argue well in the court, if I have to win a case for my client, the inside me has to be very peaceful. That's when the outer dynamism can come.
Yes.
Now, either you can do this with a lot of years of practice, or you can do it outside or you can do it when you meditate.
Okay.
Now, if you engage into a lot of years of practice, you will lose out on your career. If you meditate, that's the quickest way to achieve this iPod.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, I would say that, I am a good lawyer, a successful lawyer, because there is that inner peace that is there.
Yes.
That's what gives me the chance to sit here on a Monday and talk to you while my entire team is nicely working, happily doing the job. Because in the morning for 2 hours, we have sat, delegated the work properly so that I can be with Ritisha and do this.
Wow. And you are not like any lawyer. Like, look at that face. It's smiling and it's so relaxed. I have not seen that.
Careful, a lot of lawyers will send you legal notice.
Oh my God, no, please. I'm just doing my job. We're being funny. Okay, it's a fun show. Okay. So now I used to look at it like this, that in India, we had the value, we can say the core value was having a guru. Everyone had a guru. But now we are not sending anybody to Gurukul. But how do you suggest that's the easiest way to bring that Gurukul? As you said, your outer world is so amazing because your inner world is sorted.
Such a beautiful question this is. I'll tell you something. There are two aspects of a human being. One aspect is his intellectual upbringing, the way he is intellectually connected to the world. Intellect is needed. If I want to be successful, I'll need intellect. The other aspect is fun.
Okay.
If you only have intellect in life, you work hard, but you don't have fun in your life, it's not going to be good, right? You are going to get exhausted. There is going to be a burnout. But at the same time, if you only have fun in your life, there is no intellectual upbringing, there is no sincere efforts towards your career. It's not going to lead you anywhere. You're not going to get money to have fun. Simple as that. If I want to travel, if you want to go for a trekking, I need money to go there.
Yes.
The balance of these two things is very important. Now, what do? You put there is a tarazu. Yes, you put, say, potatoes in one side. Now, to balance it, what do? You put weight in the other side. So there is a tarazu that you have, right?
Okay.
This balance is something which Guru gets in your life.
Amazing.
Guru will guide you. Now, I have been so fortunate to have spent physical time with Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar. And I'm telling you, he is the embodiment of intellect and at the same time embodiment of fun.
Yes.
Oh boy. I mean, if you are there with him, the kind of fun that you are going to have, it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, his intellectual level is very high. Now, there are some legal matters that I look into when I'm associated with him or the ashram and all of that. I see that, his way of looking after things is very, very different. And that is the reason why when I was 18, I became a teacher when I was 18 years old. It's been 20 years. Now, please don't calculate my age.
Okay.
So at age of 18, 20 years when I was into it, I could see that the growth is happening in a very fast manner.
Okay.
Very, very fast manner. I'll tell you one very interesting thing. He had told this to me that, if everything does not go according to that, God is happy.
Okay.
Now see how beautifully he is saying, no, you look after perfection, but if the perfection is not there, don't lose your peace of mind.
Yes.
Know that then also God is happy. He had told this to me when he was in Nagar in the year 2009.
Okay.
You see this? So his way of dealing with the things is very beautiful. That is number one. Number two, I'll tell you. In fact, I was telling you only in the morning. There is one very beautiful shlok. Just read it in the morning. I'll tell you this shlok.
Please.
It says, आचार्यात् पदमा दत्ते पादम शिष्य स्वमेधयः सब ब्रह्मचारिभ्य पादम पादम काल क्रमेण च. You know, it's such a beautiful shlok. I'll tell you the meaning of it.
Yes.
When you want to learn something, 1/4 of that learning is from the teacher. That is 25%.
Okay.
1/4 is your own intelligence that will teach you.
Okay.
25% is your intellect.
Yeah.
1/4 you learn it from the fellow students. Your whosoever are people around you, you will learn through them. And then there is 1/4 that will only time or the experience will teach you.
Okay.
Now see the beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why in art of living people grow so fast? This, if 25% your teacher, your own intellect, fellow students, and the time, then technically to learn something should take a lot of time.
Yeah.
Right? But in art of living, you can see a lot of young people teaching these courses, being onto this path.
Okay.
The reason being, Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar makes all these 25, 25, 25, 25 happen together.
Oh.
You see, being a teacher, though, everybody knows what a phenomenal teacher he is. 25% that you learn from your own intellect, he will enhance your intellect so much.
Okay.
That what a normal human being cannot, being into this particular path, your intellect gets enhanced and you learn a lot of things quickly.
Wow.
Third, your fellow people. He will put you into such situations, such things in life,
Yeah.
that automatically people will come and teach you, hey, this is how it has to be. Now it's your intellect, whether you take the good criticism out of it or you are just caught up into your ego and you drop it.
Yeah. But experience?
Experience is something which I have no idea, but he has power to give you.
Oh.
There are so many times, Ritisha, that I say things in the course which neither I have read it nor I have heard it, but it just comes.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this particular shloka, when I was reading it, I related it so much to Gurudev.
Yeah.
He's like, Gurudev really puts those 100%
Yes.
and makes you learn a lot.
Amazing. When you said experience and time, I thought, okay, the fourth part, 25%, will take time. But you clarified that also, that no, it's happening all together. It's so amazing, Himanshu, the way you are explaining and the way we get, because so many people have questions these days, students, they want to understand their own existence and how they can function better, but nobody is speaking like this. And today, so many answers are going to get, questions are I'm stuck at the answers.
Okay, so now I have to ask her questions then.
No. So, also, I would like to address something little serious. It may sound serious, that since you inspire and work with so many youngsters, I have seen a lot of them, when you were speaking, you got into bad company for whatever reason. So one is, we have to address that. How do we avoid that? And second, a lot of people are suffering, unfortunately, in the family dynamics. Like, they are saying that a lot of people are not fit to be parents also. And it is true as well, because they have nothing to pass on. So, and then eventually as they grow up, they realize that, and it's a very bad life, and undoing all of that, and they have no direction also.
That's true.
So how would you like to address that?
See, I'll tell you something. You're caught up in the middle of a mud and your feet is completely gotten stuck into it. How will you come out of it? There's somebody who is there on the dry land. You look at him.
Yes.
Yes. What is the first thing you will tell him?
Help.
Yeah. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Please give me some stick and get me out of it.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
If you are into that, the first thing that I would very strongly recommend you is take help from people. There is nothing wrong in admitting what is and taking help from the people. That is number one. Number two, you will need the stick, right? Similarly, you will need something to come out of all these addictions or anything of that, because the mind is very tricky.
Yes.
Yeah, mind का problem क्या है कि the doctor tells a diabetes patient don't eat sweets, what will the diabetes patient do?
Crave for
Crave for the sweets.
Yeah.
So the more you say, I don't want to be in bad company, I don't want to be bad company, the mind would want to get into the bad company.
Yeah.
So it's very simple. You want to get out of the mud, take help of a stick and get out of it. You want to come out of the bad company, get a good company.
Okay.
Instead of avoiding the bad company, get more into good company. And trust me, I'll tell you something. Art of Living volunteers, the ones who are there, like, Pritisha is also doing a fantastic work here by being a volunteer of this organization. She's on the asking part, that's why she's not telling about herself, but she's doing a phenomenal job. Behind the camera is Tejas. Yeah, he's also doing a fantastic work by doing these podcasts so that people can do that. There is Sachin, the entire organization here. You will see here, I'm sitting in one of the beautiful ashrams of India, that is the Pune ashram. One that also story I'll tell you. It came in my mind.
Yeah.
So this ashram, I've been coming here since the year 2007.
Yeah.
Now these youngsters around, they are doing something good for the society, and what do they want in return? Nothing, sheer happiness.
Yeah.
So if you want to get out of the bad company, come here, stay for 2 months.
Wow.
This entire campus, Ritisha, is completely alcohol free. It is completely smoking free. In fact, you have been staying here day in and day out, so you know how it is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, if you don't have that in front of you, you would never want to do it.
Exactly.
So, in order to avoid the substance and the bad company, you cannot avoid it on the level of your mind. You can avoid it only on the level of the actions.
Okay.
If you want to get out of the bad company, look at your hands and just ask them, hey, are you busy? If your hands give a reply as no, then you will continue being into bad company. And if your hands say, yes, I am busy, I am doing something good in my life, then you can easily get out of it.
Yeah.
That's what I did. And
Wow.
happily I am here in front of you, inspiring. I've been traveling across India to teach in a lot of colleges, been there in IITs, in the IIMs, in the XLRI. I've also now a corporate teacher. I've been traveling in Fortune 500 companies. I've been teaching there. I also teach the government officers, the IS officers, the army. Last year I was there at one of the remote places of Kashmir, teaching all the ones who are there at the border.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that, it's joy.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you give them that stick, there was a Parbat ka story that Krishna lifted the mountain, but everybody just held a stick. So it is Gurudev who has lifted the mountain. We all as the faculty are just putting our stick, and we are absolutely happy that doing that, because somewhere you feel that you are a contributor to someone's life. So that's the thing.
And I've seen that most of us who have joined and coming here regularly with Art of Living have been sort of like cynical questioners. This is not for me. I think I've seen everyone's stories similar. So, and now then we transform. So I would just say, personally, everything happens effortlessly, and that's what we are looking for. So when you ask them to come here, I would say just come here and contribute, and everything is just happening on its own. It's amazing.
But I'll tell you something, it's not for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know this could be a little controversial, but only intelligent people can land up here.
Okay.
See, because I'll tell you something, even I would go out party and I would go out drink and do all of that. It does not require intellect.
Yes.
Like Saturday, I want to go out for a party and I want to take a drink and drink. Kya buddhi lagti hai usko? There's no intellect required to do that, right?
Yeah.
It's intellect is required to learn something that can transform your life.
Yes.
Intellect is required to go within. Intellect is required to just understand what exactly it is. I'll tell you something very interesting. Whatever you see, it is only 0.003%. You may have seen Switzerland, you may have seen Turkey, you may have seen Europe, you may have seen Sri Lanka, you may have seen the Pune Ashram, you may have seen Delhi, Bombay. Whatever life may you have seen, it is only 0.003%. 99.997% you have not seen. I have not seen.
Okay.
Now, out of those 99.9997, only 1% is this universe and the world. the 98% is within you. That's why there's a very beautiful story, that Krishna, he eats makhan.
Huh.
And his mother comes and she sees that the makhan is over.
Yeah.
She asks Krishna, who ate this? He says, I have to not eaten. But she can see the entire butter on his face. Says, okay, open your mouth. He opens the mouth.
Yeah.
And what she sees is the universe.
Yeah.
You know what is the meaning of this story? The meaning of this story is the actual universe. What you feel is outside is not outside, it is inside.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, if you really want to experience that inside universe, you have to sit and meditate. Simple as that.
Amazing. So, in the beginning, I introduced you as somebody whose life is a journey of transformation through knowledge and service. So, let's come to the seva part. And I've heard from people here that this Triveni Ashram was so different, and you have a big contribution in the greenery that's coming in the way. Otherwise, people are saying from Bhadra, the rooms here, you could directly see the river.
Yeah.
But now there are so many trees, and it's far. It's not like right here. So you must have done a lot of work into transforming this place also, not just within, but the place also, which looks much greener because it's so far off from the city.
Yeah.
And must have been a complete dry land, so to say. So you've transformed that, and it takes a lot of work. I did a little bit of planting here one day, and it's tiring, of course, though for those of us who have not done it like proper with all the tools. So tell us about how you have transformed, if you would like to share that, and also the importance of seva.
You're making me walk in that nostalgic lane 20 years back, So, this entire land was completely barren. Now, if you come from that road to the Triveni Ashram,
Yes.
you will see that there is an entire barren land.
Absolutely.
That's exactly how this was.
Yeah.
Completely barren.
Yeah.
At that time, there was Bhadra.
Okay.
There was no Kalpataru, there was no kitchen,
Okay.
there was no this Worli painting hall, which is now painted, the hall 2 or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
So there was Bhadra where we would stay,
Yeah.
and then there was the old hall, the old meditation hall,
Okay.
and right next to it is a small kitchen, only utna hi tha.
Acha.
Now, interestingly, there was no road also, there was no access.
Oh.
From the Markal village to
Yeah.
come till here,
Yeah.
it would take us 45 minutes. In between, there was a canal where water would flow, and any car that would come inside that canal would get stuck. So,
Oh my God.
it is so amazing that what we would do is, we would get the plants to Markal Gaon. There we would sit ulta on the bike. The person sitting behind, he would hold all the saplings like this. And from that, through that water we would come, and all the trees that you see in front of Bhadra, those trees, that entire youth gang, including me of course, we have all planted that.
My God.
I'll go a step further. You see the river?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
time there used to be a lot of water flow.
Okay.
You won't believe this. We would go swimming there. We would swim in there are a lot of photographs. There was a small island right in the middle of the river. So we would swim, go on that island and do Surya Namaskars.
Wow. But I think don't say that, because now the instructions are don't swim in the river.
Yeah, because now the water has become, there's a lot of muck that is there.
Okay.
That's why even I haven't gone swimming since 15 years.
Yeah,
But then
okay.
back then, when there used to be a lot of flow to
Water,
the river, that used to go. What amazes me, Ritisha, I'll tell you something. No place in 20 years
Yeah.
can grow tree as tall as what you see here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know a lot of how the tree cycle works, but I'll just tell you in a glimpse.
Okay.
If you plant a mango sapling, for the first mango to come, it takes 25 years. First.
Really?
Yes, that's the truth. So the
Okay.
trees that you see here, it is unbelievable to see that just in 20 years, the trees have grown so big that now from Bhadra you can't even see the river.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that हम लोग यहाँ कोर्स लेने आते थे, and the last day of the course, the ashram people would make gulab jamuns.
Okay.
Yeah. Only 50 people would stay here. Matlab,
Okay.
the place was pretty small. There's an extension version of Bhadra.
Yeah.
And all youngsters would come because
Yeah.
that time only the youngsters could come on the bikes and all of that.
Ah,
By the
okay.
time you reach here, you were all mudded into the soil because
Okay.
it's a lot of dhool and all of that.
Acha.
At that time, we would eat at least 15-20 gulab jamuns per person. Now, after looking here, I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
But man, those were the days.
Yeah.
I mean, that ashram. And then I remember that hall had a slope. The old hall had a slope. So in meditation, we tend to rock forward. We would rock behind like this.
Okay. No, but the kind of work you've done, I'm sure a lot of people may not even understand the way they're describing. It was a lot of work to transform this place and make it so green. I would say you deserve unlimited amounts of gulab jamuns for a lifetime.
I'll take it for that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something. See, you look at the painting. Yes, and you love that painting. Are you interested in paintings?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, any recent painting you liked?
I would have admired some painting where I was staying, but I didn't understand it.
All
Yeah.
right. So, you looked at that painting.
Yeah.
What is the first question you asked?
Usually, I would try to understand what is it.
Okay.
The meaning.
And then the immediate question that comes is?
See, usually it's who painted it.
Yeah. Yes or no?
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Although you are saying that, okay, you did phenomenal work and all of that, this is just a painting. The real painter is the one who has made this painting really good. Got it?
Yeah. Wow.
So all
Lovely.
credits, it goes to the painter.
Yeah.
With all the due respect. No, really, Gurudev, not just me, there have been hundreds and hundreds of people like you and me who have really gotten themselves so useful for the society
Yes.
that Yuvacharyas are there.
Yeah.
There are so many people who go to remote places of India, outside India. The Ukraine war happened and all of that.
Yes.
And Gurudev just has empowered them to do it.
Yeah.
So I always keep saying this. Gurudev does not see the people who have capacity. Gurudev sees people and makes them capable.
Yeah, so amazing. So guys, wherever you are stuck or confused or looking for help, just get in touch with the painter and it will be sorted. You will have the best painting ever. So we were talking about like how you have done the work here and importance of seva, like how it has transformed you, so that we understand the value of seva. Mostly like a logical person, we don't understand why seva. Even I used to like, ye to humse kaam karwa rahe hain. But only then later you understand. Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Seva is a blessing.
Okay.
And only human beings have got this blessing to do seva. Can animals do seva?
No.
If you see, say, a dog or a horse, if he's hungry, what's the first thing he'll do? He will first feed his stomach. And then he will leave once his stomach is full.
Okay.
And by the way, some other horse will come and eat the food.
Okay.
You are traveling in the train. You have people around you. You open an orange. What is your first instinct?
Yeah, you look around and there are people.
You look around and the first instinct is, aap loge? You offer it.
Yeah.
So your innate nature is to do something good for others.
Yeah.
And if you are born as a human being, the 10% of your life is always for others. It's not for you.
Okay.
Now, of course, it's a minimum 10%. For you and me, it could be 50%, 70%, 80%. There are some people in the organization who have 100% devoted their life to the organization. But I'll tell you something, it is your duty, not an option. If you ask me, it's my duty to do something good for others.
Yeah.
So I don't take it as, I'm doing seva, I'm doing some big deal. No, it's my duty to help others.
Yeah.
That's how I look at seva attitude. 1. 2, I'll tell you something very interesting. Now I go to so many MBA colleges and I teach them the values that they learn in MBA school. Now, where have I learned it from? Have I done an MBA course? No. Have I done any kind of post graduation or some skill set to learn MBA skills? No. How do I learn it? Where did I get it from? I will tell each and every soft skill which I have learned, Ritisha, I have learned it in the journey of doing seva.
Okay.
When you do seva, it is phenomenal how, without even realizing it, you will learn the best of the life skills.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm sure that even you will relate a lot to me.
Absolutely.
You will learn the positives also.
Yeah.
You will learn not so positive things also.
Yes.
Now remember, I have not said use the word negative.
Yeah, I know.
There is nothing negative in life.
Yeah.
So you will learn it all.
Yeah.
So either people come because they feel that it is their nature. They want to contribute it for the society.
Yeah.
Or people come here and do seva because that will make them learn a lot. They'll enhance their life skills.
Yes, yes.
In fact, I'll tell you this story. There was this gentleman in Bangalore ashram.
Okay.
His job, Ritisha, was just to clean toilets. Just to clean toilets. For almost 10-15 years of his life, the only thing he did in the ashram were clean toilets. Today, in Europe ashram, he is one of the leading person who is taking care of the entire ashram.
Wow.
I'll go a step further. He is also a Swamiji.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the kind of work that he's doing, it is phenomenal. So I repeat, Guru does not see the capacity. He'll look at you and make you capable. Just come do seva.
Lovely. My God, this is like a never-ending conversation. I can keep going and on and on and on and keep asking you questions because we are getting to learn so much in the most simplest way, I must say. But let's talk about, since we have been benefited by the Art of Living Foundation, and we are here at Triveni Ashram, Pune. Would you like to tell us about the courses and the kind of courses that people can do? Yeah, a little bit.
There's a very important qualification that is required to come here and do courses. And that qualification, Ritisha, is you should be able to breathe. So if you can breathe, welcome. No matter what age you are at, you can come here and do a program. Our programs start right from the age of 5 and it can go on till your last breath. On a lighter note, anybody and everybody can do. There are plethora of courses which this organization, the ashram, hosts. The very entry level program is called as the happiness program, in which you learn a very phenomenal technique called as Sudarshan Kriya. Sudarshan Kriya, AIMS have researched about it. It is a breathing technique. It's the breath work to handle your body on the physical level, breath on the breath level, of course, and the mind. It just makes sure that all gets aligned. Then a level next to the happiness program is the advanced course. Yes, AMP it is called, that is Advanced Meditation Program. I call it as the annual maintenance program. Yeah, I come here once every 6 months in Triveni Ashram and I do this program because it is amazing the way the meditation and the Maun. In the advanced course, there is a silence of 3 days and very deep meditation that touch your core, your being. So that is what the advanced course is. Once you do the 2 advanced course, the level next is the Sanyam course. Now Sanyam, it is very difficult to describe in one word because it's like you go to a wedding and you have a 100-course meal. Very difficult to tell, which is one meal. So I'm not going to tell you anything about Sanyam. When you do 2 advanced courses, I'm sure somebody or the other will tell you the Sanyam program. And then you do Sanyam, you do some meditations for some time, then you get interested in doing something good for the society. Because joy increases by sharing. A pizza tastes better when you share it with Ritisha and she also has a bite with you. So the ones who do get into the journey, they want to become a volunteer. So there is a VTP program, that is a volunteer training program, in which you learn skills to do something good for the society. And once you do volunteering program, do some activities that are required around it, then the ultimate is the teachers training program. So I would invite all of you to come here, become teachers. I think being a teacher is not something that you do, it's a blessing for your own self. It is something which will really make you happy inside and out. Thank you very much.
So, Himanshu, is there any one event or one program, if we call it, of Art of Living that you would like to share with us?
Actually, there are many, very difficult to tell one, but I
Okay.
can tell you about one which we organized 2, 3 years back. It was called as the Edu Youth Meet.
Okay.
Yeah, now of course you can Google about it. 1.5 lakh youths they assembled in Pune
Okay.
from different colleges. More than 512 colleges had participated,
Okay.
and those 1.5 lakh people, they took a pledge, करणार नाही, करून देणार नाही.
Acha.
Meaning it was a pledge anti-drugs that neither will I do it nor will I make anybody do it. So they signed a pledge.
Oh.
This particular event was registered into the Asia Book of World Records and different book of world records. I was fortunate enough to lead that,
Yeah.
and the response that we got from the youngsters, and there were so many youngsters who really wanted to take the pledge and take it forward. I don't know if you read the recent news articles that the Gen Zs, a lot of alcohol percentage has dropped in the Gen
Yes,
Zs.
yes, yes.
In Pune, this news had come. I'll be very proud to say that this project, the Drug Free India that we did at Kothrood, where 1.5 lakh people had come, Gurudev had come into
Okay.
that, 512 colleges had participated. That was one of the pioneers to start this particular event.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was one thing that was there, and it was so good. For the records, the Edu Youth Meet now has been happening across India. It's happened in Vizag. The recent one, Ritisha, you'll be very proud to hear that. The recent one happened in Kashmir.
Okay.
Gurudev had been there in Kashmir,
Yeah.
and there also the youngsters, age group of 18 to 25, they took a pledge that
Okay.
neither will I do it nor will I let others to do it.
Wow.
So that's one of the many Seva projects what I thought let me just share.
Wow. See, we were talking about you touching lives, but it turned out to be way bigger than that. Thank you so much. You have made it so simple. I keep saying that. That's how you describe things. That's amazing talking to you, Himanshu. You've given us so many insights. And the final question I would like to ask you is that what is the direct message you would give to the youngsters, to youth, because we've been addressing their regular day-to-day problems. So any one message?
Message I have given, I'll repeat. Believe in having an iPod. What's an iPod? Inner peace and the outer dynamism. The Antaryatra will make sure that you achieve the whole world outside. Whatever we want in life, we want name, fame, money, and peace. These four things is joined only to one thing, that is your own mind and yourself. Meditate, enjoy, rejoice, be in a satsang, and achieve the iPod. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You are so influential. I'm sure people would like to get in touch with you and participate in your courses.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
if they want to do it with you, what's the way? How do they find you?
Of course, you are more than welcome to come and do the program with me. I am there on the Instagram. My email ID is himanshu.nagarkar@gmail.com. You can get in touch with me. But I'll go a step further. Any Art of Living faculty in the organization is as good as any other faculty in the organization.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you go to artofliving.org, there is a small search icon that you will see on the right side. You click on that, you just put your PIN code, like my PIN code is say 411009. You will see a lot of courses in and around your area. Just register to any of the course, walk in there, 3 days, 3 hours, 9 hours is all that I ask you to give. You have no idea what you're into.
Yes. That was so profound. We got to know so much, and it's so special to have you. And thank you once again for speaking to us and clarifying so many doubts and answering so many questions. Lovely having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.